510 Xfinity mobile text line. Happy Flag Day. Obviously, no one at the station knew today was Flag Day. Now, we followed up by saying, I probably wouldn't know what Flag Day was either, except it happens to be my birthday today. Shout out to East Bay Will. East Bay Will. Shout out to you. But when the hell did we start celebrating Flag Day? Has that always been a thing? Like, maybe I'm ignorant to this. Flag Day. What the hell is Flag Day? What is Flag Day, Spinoni? I've never celebrated this.
Well, I'm looking at Google search right now, just a real quick on the fly history of Flag Day. So June 14th, 1777, that is when we as the United States of America adopted the flag of United States.
Okay.
So June 14th, 1777 is when we did that. And in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson issued a presidential proclamation that designated June 14th as Flag Day. So we've been doing this since 1916. And it was officially established by an act of Congress in August 3rd, 1949.
Okay. So do people get the day off for Flag Day?
No, not even close.
So we say Happy Flag Day, but we still have to work in.
I don't even know. I've never met one person that told me Happy Flag Day.
Yeah, it's just Happy Flag Day.
Did you know
Happy
what
Flag
2
Day
days
to
ago
all
was?
you guys.
2 days ago, do you know what it was?
What?
Superman Day.
Huh.
It was awesome.
That's more of a holiday than Flag Day.
You feel me? Me and my son, we watched my favorite particular clips from all the Superman franchises. Who's your Superman? Christopher Reeves? Henry Cavill?
Who's the third one?
Adam West? No, he's Batman.
Yeah.
More of a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man guy.
Let's go.
That's okay.
That's a correct answer.
That's fine. No,
that's
fine.
why. That's why.
Teach their own.
That's why. By the way, it was National Superhero Day at Baby Chaz's summer school, and there's some people dressed up as Spider-Man and Batman.
Was Wolverine there?
I did not see a Superman. But Chaz,
Deadpool
for some
cannot
whatever
be
reason,
at a children's party, by the way.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't do that.
Why not?
Because he brandishes a gun, first of all. That's his main weapon.
I mean, he's pretty gruesome.
So if you had to pick one superhero,
Spider-Man or Batman.
you're Spider-Man of all?
Spider-Man or Batman.
Really?
Spider-Man's badass. That's a
He
good
is
one.
badass. He's a former. Look, I come from the newspaper world. He worked in the newspaper world.
So is Clark Kent. He works at the Daily
I know.
He was an
Yeah.
actual writer. Peter Parker was just a photographer.
Yeah, but I relate to Peter Parker more. Clark Kent was a phony. He was a phony. Like, come on. I mean, we know who you are. You're Superman.
He was a square.
All right, who are you picking?
Let me put the glasses on. You don't know who I am. At least Peter Parker wore a
Time out.
mask.
No, see, that's where I disagree. When you go back and watch Christopher Reeves, and as he's portraying Clark Kent and becomes Superman, there's an actual scene, and this is real acting back in the day. I will send you the clip, and you will see he literally becomes Superman.
Now, you know who my favorite superhero is, honestly? R2-D2.
It's not a superhero.
Yeah, he's not. He's a sidekick.
So what? I like the sidekicks.
All right, who's yours?
Robin's
Joey?
a sidekick.
Who would you be?
Robin's a sidekick.
So I don't want to be like an actual like character. Like I want their powers, right?
Okay.
So like I don't want to be
Logan?
Magneto because he's a horrible like person.
Yeah, he is.
But controlling like magnets and stuff like that,
It's pretty
metal,
cool.
It's pretty badass.
It is badass.
Yeah.
I mean, see what he did to go to Gay Bridge.
Oh yeah.
What's the name? Oh, we forgot to distribution San Francisco today, by the way.
That's all right. Yeah.
We got caught up in
Great streets
Brock.
of Jimmy Garoppolo.
We got caught up in
Streets of Jimmy and Brock.
Yeah, no, as Guru would say, we didn't get caught up in Garoppolo mania. We got caught up in Purdy mania.
I'm afraid that it's going to have to be Jimmy Garoppolo that gets it done.
We should start doing this every time like Greg Olsen or somebody is doubting Purdy.
Well,
People would not want to hear it.
well, we got the sound. I said, well, I'm talking over it, but Greg Olsen's basically like,
Bonte's breakdowns.
Greg Olsen's like, well, Broxton's got to be better on his play. He threw it low and behind him. He waited too long on a track route. Probably should have been picked off. And we're not even talking about the first quarter. Swear we need to do YouTube. Can you imagine Tyler Miller right now? Can you imagine Tyler Miller and Jason Mishler right now arguing on YouTube over Brock Purdy and near pick sixes
Todd
and
probably
interceptions?
spamming the YouTube chat right now.
Like, here's Guru right here. Here's Guru. There's the scoreboard, and there's a Guru scoreboard.
What does
The
that
scoreboard may say a certain score. Like the Ravens, they're up, 24-10 at one point. And then the Guru scoreboard is they're up 51-10 because Brock Purdy nearly threw 7
Not
picks.
how it works.
It's not how it works, but it divides the fans. As you heard from Chris Sims, he should have threw 7 picks against Green Bay. He watched all the film. He got lucky. There was one lucky throw to Juwan Jennings where he threw it over the linebacker.
My God.
Remember that? We all thought it was picked from our end zone seats.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, he threw a pick.
I love how you turn to the side.
I do all the
like
time.
You're trying to hide.
No, I do. I was trying to throw the pick. I'm like, oh my God.
I wish I could
I put my head straight down. I was like, oh my God, I would be part of that.
Michelle wouldn't let me go to the game with LJ, and it was a rainy day, and she was out. She had a family commitment locked in, and so I invited Rocco over and my boy Jimbo and all the kids, and I was reading your text to the group thread out loud in a room full of kids and parents.
Oh, boy.
And we were all watching, and everyone's like, Bonte's having a meltdown. At one point, Bonte said in the second quarter, Kirk Cousins is back on the table for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, my God. Was I a riot?
I remember that text.
Oh, I was a riot. Well, you know what?
And you know what? You know what? Wrong.
You know what?
I thought our season was over.
Yeah, well, you know what would her family said? He's out of his mind?
What?
Or was I having a meltdown in real
Brock
time?
had a bad game.
Hey, dude, listen.
He had a bad game.
Listen. Kirk Cousins. But what? I'm telling you right now. Y'all think I'm playing. It's June. I can already see Twitter or X, somebody clip us saying, oh, look, they're hurting for content, so they got to make things up and throw things against the wall. Well, I ain't throwing this one against the wall. I'm telling you what's going to happen. If these scenarios play out, if Brock struggles, and I don't see that happening whatsoever, I think Brock's going to have a great season. But if he doesn't have a great season. There's always a but. Purdy. There's always a however.
I think my daughter's going to graduate with a 4.0. Yeah. But if she doesn't,
we have a plan B, plan C, plan D. And it's a community college route, which ain't bad at all. Listen, if Brock Purdy doesn't have a great year, and we look down at what's happening in the Dirty South, the Raheem Morris Company with the Atlanta Falcons, and they draft Michael Pennix where they draft Michael Pennix Jr. at, and Kirk Cousins struggles. Kirk Cousins ain't coming back to Atlanta. He's already pissed off that they drafted Michael Pennix Jr. Remember his sound bites? Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Don't let Michael Pennix Jr. take that job at one point and look great, because Falcon fans and Falcons personnel will be clamoring, play Pennix, play Pennix, play Pennix. And what happens when Kirk Cousins hits the swing again? And Brock Purdy struggles. You think Kyle Shanahan still talking about Kirk Cousins? He's still talking about Kirk Cousins. He hasn't coached Kirk Cousins in a decade, and he's still got Kirk Cousins on the brain. You know the whole Wolverine meme where he's got the frame in the picture?
Yeah.
That Shanahan in bed with Kirk Cousins.
Have you been watching X-Men 97?
I haven't been watching it.
It's really good. I'm not going to tell you what happens to Wolverine, but it's really good.
Please don't.
It bothers me.
Yeah,
well,
did you see it, Joe?
I see tweets about
I'm not gonna give it, because you guys are all gonna get mad at me, and I'm not gonna give it away.
No, we're all going to be watching the new season of House of Dragon on Sunday.
Hell yeah.
House of the Dragon, new season.
Oh, yeah, the last episode was amazing. Oh my gosh.
We're all Team Rhaenyra, right? Team Daemon?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even though
Team Daemon,
if you know your history of Game of Thrones, you kind of know what happens.
Well, of course. All these people, spoiler, die eventually, because it's like 200 years prior.
Yeah. They're all going to die. But, I mean, that's what happens.
There's not a lot of happy endings.
Yeah, no, not... Yeah.
Robert Kraft.
Let me know who would you be if you could pick all superheroes.
Any superhero?
Meteor Man?
I've become a big Captain America fan of late.
Really? He's
Yeah.
such a square.
But he's so cool. He just beats the crap out of people. It's awesome. He throws the shield, knocks a dude's head off.
On my power ranking,
so
he's
simple.
like 17th.
Oh, my God.
I like Cap.
And yet he leads the Avengers, so what does that tell you?
Oh my
He's like the
gosh.
Brock Purdy of the Avengers.
He's
That's
such
a great
square.
comp. If Brock Purdy was a superhero, that's probably Captain America, right?
He'd be
Who's
Ant-Man.
Jimmy? Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy? Doctor Strange?
No, Doctor Strange too much of a badass.
Jimmy is the Brandon Routh Superman.
What?
Is he Gambit?
No. Michari?
Trying to fall in love with Rogue?
No.
It just gets rejected all the time.
Not even close.
Who's Rogue? The end zone? Like,
I can't get over the happy
He'd
ending.
be
and
Nightcrawler because
somebody
he's
slipping into
disappearing
Robert
in the fourth quarter.
Talking about happy endings, Game of Thrones. There's always a joke to something. There's always something.
Don't talk about
It always
Would
leads back
Jimmy
to
Garoppolo be?
the Robert Kraft. You didn't hear Spinoza. You guys are just running material. Lovely goes, there's never a happy ending in Game of Thrones. And Spinoza just drops to shut out Robert Kraft. It's just like, damn.
Well, there are happy endings. I mean, Tyrion spent a lot of his time in brothels.
Oh, my God.
Did he not? There's a lot of incest going on in that. I mean, the first show.
Don't talk about that.
And they're throwing a kid out the window.
Yeah, he survived.
Ponte Blake Man is the greatest superhero. Is that Blake Man from Living Color?
We're not going to say his name. It's not PC in this day and age.
It's not Blake Man, is it?
No.
No. Who is the superhero in Living Color? Oh, can't say it?
Don't go there.
Can't say it?
It's probably not. We're in a society that I think we've learned not to say. Yeah, we're not going to say it.
Yeah, all right. Oh, let's go. Paul Salazar. TV Bonte's Luke.